Deeds that men have deemed impossible have been accomplished nonetheless, he answered. Then he turned away, for he had noticed a ripple in the sea drawing nearer, ever nearer. Perseus, still hovering just above the waves, got ready, and in a few moments the monster raised its head above the water and opened wide its fierce jaws. Then, while Andromeda screamed and her parents on the cliffs above wept and prayed, Perseus drew the Gorgon's head from his wallet and held it in front of the savage eyes. And the monster sank back, still and cold, and silent, a long ridge of jagged stone. Then Perseus returned the head to the magic wallet, cut Andromeda's chains with the adamantine sickle, and carried her in safety to the cliff top. There was great rejoicing at the rescue of Andromeda, and King Cepheus readily agreed that Perseus should marry her. So there Perseus stayed for many days, and there was a noble feast at his wedding. But as they sat at the great table, the door was flung suddenly open, and a great man strode in, followed by a band of desperadoes, all armed with drawn swords. "Yield up Andromeda to me," shouted the leader of this band, who was a prince named Phineus. "She was promised to me, and unless I get her, I'll slaughter every man here, burn the city, and carry off the women to be my slaves." Then Perseus strode down the hall until he stood in front of Phineus, and taking out the Gorgon's head, he turned him and all his followers to stone on the instant. Not long after this, Perseus and Andromeda set sail for Greece, and came at length to the island of Seriphos. Here he found that his mother Danae had been made a slave by Polydectes, while Dictys, his kind friend, languished in prison. Leaving Andromeda on the ship, Perseus went alone up to the palace, and found Polydectes sitting at meat with the same band of followers who had jeered at him once before. "Well, if it isn't that landless boaster Perseus!" cried the king scornfully, while the others laughed and jested at him. "Have you by any chance brought me the presents you promised?"